Hey everybody, welcome to Tech Talk for Fitpros. Every day I endeavour to answer a question from my supporters, WhatsApp groups, or that I've had on Messenger, or generally FitPro information regarding live streaming and how you can up your production quality of your live streams. Basic tools, tips, hacks, just insight into your live streaming workouts. And I love to read through all the comments to see what everybody is asking and how everything is going. So I like to just give you a few quick top tips and let you know how things are going my end and hacks and things that I've found. And today I'm going to do a little talk and a screen share, if it works, into OBS. So as you're coming in, I'm using StreamYard right now, and if you don't know what StreamYard is, then check out one of my tech talks that I've done earlier about StreamYard. It's a browser-based software, and it just enables you to stream from your desktop or laptop into multiple platforms. So at the moment, I'm live streaming into all of my 4 main Facebook pages, Facebook groups, YouTube. I can also go into Twitter via Periscope. I can go into Twitch. So for this 15-20 minute talk, it gives me a lot more time leverage. A lot of more people are going to see this. It's more visible, which is time efficient, which is what we all want. But what I mainly broadcast, whenever you see me broadcast in the morning, whenever I'm doing workouts, I'm using a software called OBS. And lots of people ask me what OBS is. And I just want you to, again, put in the comments and let me know if you can see this or hear this. You can hear my music. I've got on the new Latin house grooves I'm going to do a workout to. And I'm going to bring you up on my phone as well, so I can double check it and see the comments. Hello, Jane. And I thought, now I'm not professing at all to be an expert on OBS, because I'm really not. And every day is a school day. I've had a nightmare the last couple of days with Facebook Live and OBS, and I've had to install it, and wow, it's been a real pain to get to the bottom of why it's not been performing really well. But in the end, I uninstalled it, reinstalled it, and then it's working really well again. I say no sound, but can see the sound. Oh, you can hear me. That's cool. Yeah, okay. So you can see this is a really nice picture. It's very high quality. The audio sounds good. I really like the audio. For those of you that haven't tuned in before, I use a Trantec microphone from Sound Dynamics. I have all my music on an older phone. This is just an iPhone 7. I have that going into the back of a mixer, and then everything goes into the back of an iMac. If I was buying equipment again to stream with, I definitely would use a Mac. I think a Mac for work, definitely. Graphics, editing, perfect. But for streaming, I don't think you need to spend all that money on a Mac for streaming. I think a really good high quality PC is fabulous. If you just have a device for streaming, then if I would buy again, I would definitely get just a really high powered PC, much cheaper. And I think you can use software like OBS. It marries up with PC so much better. But you know, you live and learn. I've always used Mac for many, many years, and I do like the Mac functionality, but they are very expensive. And if you're just having a device to live stream with, then that's my opinion going forward. So OBS is free. It's free software. So StreamYard has a cost attached to it. So if you just have a free account, you're just able to stream, I think, into one group or one Facebook page. But when you take the subscription for $20, $25, then it gives you, you're able to stream into multiple platforms. So there's a cost attached to it. Now, there's not a cost attached to OBS. It's open source. So at the moment, you can hear my mic, my music, and I can turn my mic and my music up separately because they're on separate channels on which is why I really like a mic and a mixer. So I can turn up the mic volume, I can turn down the music, vice versa. It just gives you a little bit more control over the sound quality of your live stream. So that's my personal preference. You've also got the option of being able to turn up your music on your phone as well. And if you've got a Trantec mic, I can turn up the gain or lower the gain. So I've got lots of different ways that I can enhance the quality of the audio, which I really like. I like that control. So if then we use a software such as this, StreamYard, then that's it. I can just make sure that this is being, my signal is going into StreamYard, and that's all well and good. But with OBS, I can ensure again that I can get better quality levels of sound, and also the visual, the video is really, really high quality. So if you're struggling using, say, Facebook Live's been really temperamental over the last few days. You might find that when you're doing your live streams using Live Producer, not your phone, when you're going live with Live Producer, then sometimes you get lagging, you get freezing. It's very temperamental, and it's a huge platform. There's billions of people using the platform at any one time, and they're constantly doing updates and new features. So you can't always rely on it. So I always think it's good to have a couple of plans, plan A, B, and C. So I'm going to turn off the music, but I want you to kind of listen to how it sounds just using StreamYard. So I'm going to screen share and show you what the OBS software looks like. Now, I always have to caveat this. I didn't start here. This started with a phone, to an iPad, to desktop, to then a better webcam, then to a mic, and then to a mixer, and then to a Becker mic. And it's just evolved as I've gone along. I don't think for 1 minute, if you are new to live streaming, you need to have any of this kit. But I think if this is the way forward for your business long term, then it might be something that you want to look at. And I wished I had known all of this way back in the beginning, because it saves you making expensive mistakes, really, doesn't it? So let me know what you think, and I hope that's helpful so far. So I'm going to screen share now. I'm going to put you on my phone because I can't always see this, and then you can let me know what you can see. Just a second. Let's go over here. And then you can just see why using something like OBS just gives you another step in enhancing your audio. People can almost deal with the picture not being perfect, but when the audio is really poor, I think that's when you do lose people. Nobody can stand it when the audio is really off. So it's always trying to get better audio. It's just one of those things that I don't think you ever get perfect, but try to get it as good as you can. I'm just going to flick over onto my Creator Studio, and then you can see, hopefully, what's going on. Okay, maybe not, maybe we'll. Okay, I am going to put OBS on here. All right, so you can let me know in a second when I screen share what you can see. Okay, so I'm going to screen share, and let's hope I can see it. So an entire screen, let's see. Let's see, can we do this? Okay. Ooh. Okay, always a worry when you do the screen share. Okay, can you now see my OBS interface? You should be able to see, can you overlay banner? Yes, absolutely. Can you now see this interface? And you should see in one side, I've got two windows, two sort of studio windows. I've also then got some panels here that I'm using and I'm streaming with. Just let me know if you can see that. Hopefully you can. I don't know if you can. Oh, Julie, that's fab. So this is the OBS sort of studio. This is the 26.0. This is the Mac version, and I definitely think that the PC version is better. So hence why I would say that I'd probably get a PC if I was buying it again. So what happens, this is on the left-hand side here. This is almost where, this is where you do all you create your scene, I suppose. And you add your mic. So I would click here, add plus. And then I would add my audio input. So I add it to the scene, which I've already done. I'm just showing you really briefly. And then I need to add my webcam. So I click plus, and then I would add my video capture device, which is my Brio. So I would add it here, and I bring it in. So that's here. Now, if I wanted to add some graphics and some overlay, then I would click, let me see, I could add some text. So I could add text here. I won't show you how to do that, but I could bring in my logos. So if I went to image, and then I could click OK, and I could browse, and find an image that I wanted to perhaps overlay, so it could be my logo. Okay, so let's add. Now this is a graphic that I'm doing, because I'm doing a talk tomorrow, a webinar tomorrow on how to launch your women's health program in the lockdown. So I brought it into the scene, I okay it, and then I can make that smaller. I can play around with it over here. I can bring it up here. And that could be a logo, that could be text, that could be graphic. I could put that here. I could add some Canva graphics, and I could bring those into the scene. So when I was happy with how that looks, maybe I'll put that there, I would then transition it across, and this is the window that you would see if I was streaming. Now, if I go, I'm not going to be able to show you this, I don't think, but I might be able to. Yeah, let me see. I am going to now show you, if I go to, let me know that you can see this, and hopefully you've been able to see my Facebook. And if I go into Creator Studio, so if I was just going live on Creator Studio, I would just use the live producer. But you've got an option here. When it populates in a few seconds, slow, you would use the camera option, and that's what you normally would use if you wasn't using OBS. But if I'm using OBS, I use a stream key. So I click the stream key, I take this, and don't worry if this is just tech, it's just to give you an overview. I'd copy that stream key, I go back across to OBS, and that's basically marrying Facebook to OBS. I'd then add the stream key here. Can't do it because I'm all dead. And then when I was ready, I would click Start Streaming. And this is where this is really clever. OBS will give you a green light, and it will tell you how strong your signal is. And it will go from green to red if it's freezing or it's lagging, or orange if it's okay. And it just gives you an indication of the picture quality that is being broadcast to Facebook, which is really helpful, really, really helpful. And I am just going to go over here. I hope this is, yeah, I use a Logitech Brio. I love Logitech Brio. But again, I am now going to show you, that's a different one I've been playing with today. So if I go back to OBS, this is the bit that I find really, really helpful. Let me just show you this. And this is you've now got, can you see those levels here? So I can drag the audio down, I can take it up, I can always make sure that the levels are really good, which you can do a level check on StreamYard. But just being able to then, I can tweak my audio on my mixer, I can tweak the audio on my phone, I can turn up the mic gain, and I've also got that flexibility over here to turn the volume up or down accordingly. So you know, often when you use different pieces of music, sometimes they are saved at a higher level or a lower level. You've always got to play around with the right volume, and it just gives you a much better quality picture. Now you're seeing me through StreamYard, which I also think is a really high quality picture as well. So, you know, but StreamYard is a paid option. With OBS, you can only stream into one destination. So I'm just streaming into Facebook. I would be streaming into Facebook. I could cross-post into my groups. So they're two quite different things, hence why I use both of them, and I use both of them at different times. So that was just a little overview, and I hope I've explained it, because it's quite complicated and I'm definitely not an expert on OBS. But it's just to give you an indication of why you might use something like that and why you might invest in something like StreamYard. As I say at the beginning, I definitely think it's helpful for you to always have a couple of plans up your sleeve in case something doesn't work. So if Facebook Live Producer isn't working for you, then maybe use StreamYard. If you want to maximize your time and stream into multiple destinations, use StreamYard. If you're looking for a higher quality video and audio, maybe start to look into OBS. Each one of those steps has taken me months to get there. So it's definitely a learning curve. It's a journey. And it's always, I think, It's wherever you are on this journey. If you've been watching me here on the Tech Talks, the very first Tech Talk was about going live every single day. If I was going to give you a challenge for lockdown, I would say make a challenge for lockdown that you go live on your open Facebook page every single day. It spikes the algorithm, more people will see you, you'll be visible, it'll grow your challenge, it'll grow your social media, and by the end of the 30 days, you'll have new customers. It's the fastest, quickest way to grow your business and get new people into your ecosystem. Hence why you see me go live as often as possible, because it is so good. It's so good, and it really works. But it's the consistency. And I think go live as often as you can. Once you've mastered that, then start to look at your production and up your production value and getting better. Yeah, OBS direct to a group. Yes, it will do, Jackie. It will scream. It'll do anything because you're going into Facebook, so it will or YouTube or Twitch. You can send it wherever you want. So it will go into, it's just like using Creator Studio. You've got all of the functionality. Yeah, absolutely. And I think, as I say, I always want to say this to everybody, that please don't think, because if this is going to confuse you even more, then don't do it. But it is definitely a process as you're going down this road. If this is a temporary thing for you, and as soon as we can teach group exercise back face to face, and you're back out to do face to face, then great. Why bother? Just go live. You know, work with your existing clients. Brilliant, that's fine. But if you think this is the way forward for you and you want to develop this business going forward, then it's good to make informed choices and informed decisions over the tech and why you want to get things better. So yeah, thank you everyone. Hello. I hope that was helpful. Let me know. Let me know if you've got a question for me, and I'll answer it in tomorrow's Tech Talk. And I'll see you tonight for Latin House Grooves. Can't wait for that. So have a lovely evening, whatever you're doing. Stay safe, and I'm sure I'll see you online very soon.